Alright, Vipers Whip back here. I've played through that long ass time. We're playing another team in the lower division for the FA Cup. We're playing at home this time, so that's good. I brought Cordellini back. So let's look here, and Shiva got injured for 2 months. God, I'm just having brutal injuries this year. Finn is back. Atkinson is back. Priscilla is back. Corbin is out. She's, whatever. Anyways, I do have 2 more sub spots. So Dale, I don't want her to get too pissy there. And Cordellino is gonna play for Scar. And that's everybody that's like fit to play or whatever. Except we haven't put our player here, and we just signed Callie Jones on a loan. She says, I didn't know that. So let's put Rihanna Blades here. Yep, Jones is suspended. Thank you very much. Anyways, I signed her on loan because I sold Jones. Not Jones. Who was there? Shit, I already forget her name. Oh, transfers out. Jessica Brown. I sold her for 45,000. There's 5,000 paid after a certain number of league games. She's not a wonder kid. I did find out that Kiera Berry is a wonder kid. I looked in the pregame editor, and now that she was recalled, I wonder if she'd show up in the list. Whatever. Anyways, I know she's a wonder kid. I looked up Cordellini in the pregame editor. She's 140 to 170. If we improve our coaching and stuff like that, and she's going to play, she could be one of the best fucking players in the world at 170. At 170. Like, that's her max potential. Her minimum is 140, which is still really good, but it's in there as a range. It's up to us to make sure she reaches that highest potential. So we need to increase our coaching at the end of the season, and we're going to play her a lot. So Finn is back. She was injured. So yeah, let's go. Everybody is out of shape, out of game shape. I think we might have left the sub empty there. Could have had Corbin in. Having Priscilla back is a huge it's a huge thing for us, so I'm really happy about that. Weaker foot. Go in on these guys as always. Haven't seen that make a difference yet, but yeah. Yeah, that looks good. And having Priscilla back is going to be a huge boost. She's just better than Dale. And this is another team we should be beating quite handily. They just started with the ball here, which, 8 out of 10 for the AI, but hopefully we get the ball. No, that was their chance. Unless it's not over. It is over, apparently. She got rid of it just in time. Plays it up to McInnes, who's in Cordellino's spot. And here we go. Is Atkinson still injured? No, why is she? Oh. I can't do this right now. I know, I'm cancel it. I'm not gonna make a sub right now, but I would like to. I went a little too quickly through the pregame match thing and didn't realize that Atkinson was fully back. She was sick for 10 days or something at some point in there. Had an illness go through the team, but thankfully it was during the month off, so. That's a beautiful ball. And the vision to see Jones there. Atkinson would score this, so does Jones. Okay, that's good for Jones. Can't say anything. It's only 1-0. That was a great shot. And that pass by Cordellino was pure vision. Like, look at, she just saw Jones the other side of the pitch, played across perfectly. Could have been a little bit more in advance, but got to her feet. And Jones makes no mistake getting in close to the goalie. And here's one off the face-off. Rigler heads it forward. Cordellino brings it down. Could she get 2 assists in her first game here? No, she plays it to McInnes. Kitching takes it. Jones, can she score 2? Yes. She was offside though. Yeah, I saw that. So there's been a proposal to the offside by a very influential person that they want to see daylight between the players, which would mean like you'd have to be, so right here, for example, if we were going this way, Claypool would be offside if Priscilla was the last defender. But if Priscilla was standing right here, kind of right here, and Claypool's half of her body was ahead, then he doesn't want that to be offside. For me, I don't mind the offside rule. What I would like to see it changed is if Claypool and Priscilla were going the same way, going this way, we'll say, and Priscilla's, like they were both running that way, and the ball comes over and Priscilla's arm or foot or something is offside. Not her whole body, but just right now that's offside because your arm or foot. And I get it if Claypool is standing still and Priscilla has forward motion and Claypool doesn't. But if they're both running and only like a body part is ahead, her head, her arm, her leg, whatever, that shouldn't be offside. Because Claypool is running with her. And she's not... And it's... I think that would increase goal scoring to an extent. It's not enough offside for me to be like, oh, that's bad. And then on top of this, if the offside review with VAR takes more than a minute, default to not offside. Now you've called the play at that point. So they would only do it for a goal, right? But if it takes more than a minute to review, default to the offensive player there. In the NHL, we had a player be like so far offside, the linesmen stand at the blue line to see if somebody goes offside with the puck before the puck goes in the zone. And this guy was so far offside, the linesman didn't even see him. Like, he just hadn't come out of the zone. And then he scored, because of course you're going to pass to that guy because he's way in. I don't know. They shouldn't have passed to him. But they passed to him and he scored because he had a breakaway. He was like 15 feet from the net when he got the ball, when he got the puck, right? So they changed it so you could, and I think that was in the fucking playoffs, to be fair. And at the time you couldn't challenge offsides. Now you can challenge offside, but some of the reviews for offside take like 7 minutes because they're like agonizing over the decision. If it's taking that long, it's not offside. Just if it takes more than a minute, it's not offside, because if some guy's toe is offside or whatever, who cares? If you can't tell if they're offside because you can't really see from the angle, that his skate's in the air and you can't tell because parallax angles and stuff like that, and it's taking more than a minute, then it's not offside. Just let it go. Because if you can't tell instantly or very quickly, then it's not enough offside for it to be a fucking issue. And I would like to see that changed in football and in hockey. We don't really do well. I signed a player to the end of a season contract. Maybe you saw that. Most players still won't talk to me though because I'm not in the WSL. And so if we get promoted, I don't think they count. I don't think it counts as you being in the next league until July 1st. So I'm not even sure I can sign players in like the beginning of the summer window. We'll see though, because some of them, the agents just say they want us to get promoted from the WSL 2 first. Priscilla, nope. Clara's contract is coming to an end. And I know she will sign. And now that she's played more for her country and more for her team, I think she would get a work permit. And I would love to have Clara as a striker. I never managed to sign anyone better than her as a striker. She has great jumping reach. She's tall, fast. She scored a lot of goals for us. Here comes Jones, hat trick. No, she only scored the one, and she's not going to get anything there. Cordellino almost scored. And the ball gets cleared out. The highlight is still going. For some reason. I don't get it. Whatever. This is what I expected us to be with like the last team we played, but we didn't have Priscilla. Other people were injured. Kitching, I don't know, is back. We didn't have Cordellino. She's shown up in a couple highlights already. She made that brilliant pass. There's Priscilla from Jones. So I can praise my team. And this is just a great pass by Jones and Priscilla. Claypole just didn't wasn't close enough to Priscilla to block that ball from getting on Priscilla's foot, and she just tapped. It was basically the equivalent of having her stick on the ice. She just put her foot on it and it went in the net from where she was there. Whoa, fuck, I picked the green one. And it was dumb one. God damn it, that was dumb. I should have said you're doing well. We're honestly dominating. You want your wingers to do the throw-in because the ball often goes back to them and then they can do a cross. Jones does have 2 goals here. I normally play Atkinson there. Atkinson scores a fair bit, and I think she would have scored those goals as well, but it's honestly really good to see Jones. I think she's signed for next year. I would love to sell her in the off-season, though, because she's not as good as the players that are coming in. And this is a bit dangerous. Face off here. I don't think they're going to score or anything. Well, I wouldn't mind if they scored. You have to pay clean sheet bonuses even in the FA Cup. Blades lets her man go. Okay, well, there you go. Or woman go. And it's still ongoing. Nope. Okay, there we go. Cordellino. Priscilla plays a cross in and gets over to Blades. There's nobody really in position to receive this pass, Cordellino. And she plays it back to Finn, who has scored a couple times weird goals. But, you know, I told you not to shoot. There's no reason to miss the net there. Alright, a corner highlight. We're not playing the best team, so maybe we can score on a header. We didn't get our head on the ball. Kitching's going to put it into McInnes, who puts it in the net. The goalie got a hand on it, but it went kind of underneath her arm, so it looks like, you know, she just reached out and it just made it underneath her arm. I don't know if Westrup hit that or not, but yeah, so Kitching to McInnes, who has 16 finishing. Couple goaltenders are coming up that look pretty spectacular, and I hope I can get one of them this year. After the season, of course. I don't like how my team reacted to that ball going forward. Everyone was just kind of standing there. Well, we're up 4-0. Who cares? Kitching went back, tried to steal it though. Okay. She's way out of position. That was a bad... okay, whatever. We got a... We don't have to pay a clean sheet bonus. That's fine. But honestly, that should have been saved. Priscilla, get back in position. And we're glad. She was like admiring her header. Tried to curl that in the far side. They're honestly pouring it on a little bit here, but I don't care. Jones. Priscilla does put in a header. First game back in a while. She has 2 goals. So does Jones. Can't take either of them off. But no one's in bad shape here, so I think they're going to finish the game. I would have wanted to see what Cordellino would have done with that. Although between highlights, Kitching just running around and embracing made her more tired. And here's another play out from the goalie that we'll see what happens. Kitching to Jones. McInnes, Cordellino, they're all bunched up. I want to see Cordellino a bit farther on the far side. There, yep, right there. And Jones gets a hat trick. They just let her walk right in. She didn't have to pass it because they just kept letting her go closer to the net. Like, you think she's going to have to cross it here, but she goes through Hartigan and nobody else. Like, they just let her walk around in there. That was quite the angle there. So I will bring in Watson for Kitching there. You can see Watson can play everywhere up front, which is pretty handy. But I'm inclined to let the other ones play out the game. I was getting nervous when the back player has the ball. And here's Priscilla with a hat trick as well. And Cordellino. Is this her 3rd assist or 2nd? It doesn't always update right away. But look at Jones. 3 goals, 2 assists. Crazy game. Again, why did you show me that highlight? Yeah, okay, we're doing a goal kick, but we could have avoided that whole preamble. Nothing happened on it. And again, I really hate this boffing around with the ball there. So does Maloney. She gets rid of it. Jones was way open because wingers are always way open. And here she's playing it out wide to Cordellino. And it looks like Cordellino might get another assist because here's Priscilla with 4 goals. Now this is against a bad team. This team, we should have beat the other team we played like this, like a rented mule. Who wants to hurt a mule? Why would you beat a rented mule? Anyways, I don't know why that became a saying. But, yeah, we're beating them like eggs for an omelet or something. I don't know. Beating them like something. Red-headed stepchild. That must be an English saying. They don't really like redheads there. Gingers, they call them. But it's my favorite hair color, I think, for women. Even if they have no soul, I still find it very attractive. Alright, Blades, Cordellino. I like how often she's touched the ball in these highlights. She is a wonder kid, 170 possible. And here she's getting in position to take a pass. But there's a cross going in. And Jones almost has 4 goals. Highlight's not over by the looks of it. Plays it out wide to Pierce. Pierce is going to make a cross. Can Cordolino score? No, she puts it too close to the goalie. And if the highlight, Rigler gets it, McInnes plays it to Priscilla. Priscilla back to Watson. That was a good set of heading there. And Finn plays it wide to Cordolino, who saves it and gets it over wide. And Jones is going to let it run out. This better be a throw-in highlight, otherwise this has been a useless waste of my fucking time. Here we go. Pierce to Jones. No, to Finn. Priscilla is open somehow, but misses the net on the far side. She should have played that to Cordolino. But striker's going to shoot. That's how it works. Everybody managed to play out the game. That's good. And, a bunch of their players, but Jones, Priscilla, Cordolino, 10 in her very first game. 4 assists in her very first game. Wonder Kid, already at a good stage of development, though, to be fair. I thought about signing Barry to a kind of secondary contract, but, to be a backup to Cordolino. Her cap is 140, though. It's the low end of the Wonder Kid. She is a Wonder Kid. She showed back up on the list when her loan ended. I wish it would still show if your players were on the show. Like, it's a Wonder Kid list. I put in all the names, right? So Sunderland didn't have any Wonder Kids except Barry, but she counts in the engine. Like, when I added her to it, she counts as a Man City ad and then disappears from the list because she's on Sunderland. But she's from Man City, so I was able to add her to the list. What the... Why do they even offer those? Yep, we crushed them. And, Cross, somebody for them, made a professional debut. And so what a great result. And then Cordolino in top form. I love Cordolino. Think there are better players out there than Cordolino. I've seen Cordolino. There's always this person have better games. She got 4 assists. Shut the fuck... Like, I would ban this person from our social media. Outstanding. Yep. So that's all good. And then let's see what they say down here. Congratulations to Emma Cross, but she played poorly. Yeah, so that was for their team. I don't know why they would put that there. Dunbar set on move. Loans, I sent them out on loans. When I signed a bunch of my young players to contracts because, well, they're never going to play for me. I want to be able to sell them for money, right? And if they leave at the end of the year, you don't get to take advantage of this. Yeah, so let's look at Cordolino first. And see what her happiness is. Perfect happiness already, so I'm not going to go talk to her. She'll get pissy about it. 54K for beating that team. As you go forward in the FA Cup, you make more and more money. When I played Oxford City, because I played in the lower leagues, winning any of those games was humongous for your team. And even if you were playing people in your own league, you would get that 35K and then the 54K. And for small teams like that, that could really turn their fortunes around economically. They didn't, what? That was, yeah. Jones is signed for next year. I'm going to have to sell her. She's not a wonder kid. I think her cap's 120 or something. So I want to look at our finances. We're expected to lose next year $541,000. And I have no idea how. No, we're expected to lose 1.12 million. And then have a negative balance with a positive turnover of 1.12. What the fuck? I don't even understand how this works. Here we go. Let's look. So our balance has been steadily going down. So they think we're going to keep losing money. Total wage costs. I mean, we're losing a bunch of players, so that's not going to change. 1.36 million? We're not paying that right now, are we? I guess it's tough because I do payments per week, right? So, and you pay for the whole year. So, yeah, I don't really. I guess we're paying 1.36 million for contracts right now. Profit loss this season. So we were falling negative and bounced off the bottom there. Honestly, it doesn't help having such a small arena. Oh good, we're playing Chelsea next. FA Cup. It looks like the big boys were... Let's look at the next features. So it looks like there's really only good teams left. So, lose. Okay, West Ham got a really lucky team. But the rest of these are all like teams in our orbit or bigger. So, yeah, we're kind of unlucky we drew a WSL team. There are WSL2 teams here. But that's fine. Chelsea, we'll see what we can do. If we win again, it's like 100-something thousand. And it does look like we need to try and make money. Bombina. Two weeks, 2 months. They wouldn't even let me sign her if I wanted to. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. Jumping reach. She's from my list, right? Oh, I've already talked to her agent. When does... Oh, I should have maybe done something about this. Oh, Mihan is joining us on the 22nd. Interesting, okay. The registration window closes, must be February. So I have time to, well, actually, somebody's made an offer. Now, she's a wonder kid. This is where Finn would play. Like, she doesn't have long shots or finishing. Do I want her to play there? Because these people take shots. I think not. I'm willing to let her go. She's a wonder kid, but fuck that. I'm not willing to put another player back there that can't actually shoot the ball. I put this player up for loan. She's signed to the end of the season, but I'm not playing her, and I don't want anyone to get pissy about it. So okay. Oh, you should ask Scar instead. Now Mihan is on loan as a squad player. Yeah. So who else was this going for? What? And Mihan. Plays behind Cordellino. That's her goal to play. That's, yeah. Mihan is a wonder kid as well. So I'm totally on board with that. So she has joined. Okay, so let's go to training, individual training. I got some new players. They normally show up at the bottom. Here's Gilmore, interaction. Warren, training. She's that's the only person. So Grace Riglar is training as advanced center back. Rihanna Blades. I thought it normally they showed up at the bottom. Trading her as a wingback. Yeah, fair enough. So where's Mihan? So they should both show up in individual training now. So Mihan is training as a inside forward. Work on her long shots, but she has terrific finishing. Her pace is okay. Endurance. Gonna put strength. Manu is a rental, and I don't really care to train her. I got her because she's that. So she could, like, if there's any injuries at all, I'm totally happy to play her. And Kitching is, well, I don't know when we play, so I'll just keep it like this for now. No, too short. It's a wonder kid, so you're always gonna so actually, if I go take a quick look at squad registration, we're a bit short on. Now we have the homegrown nation amount that we need, minimum of 15 players, because I was short before getting Callie Jones and Manu as rentals. I don't want to sign anybody. I'm pretty sure Manu is not from the Wonder Kid list. Yes. Oh, it doesn't take you from the screen when you do that? She went to an under 21 team. No, she's willing to go to the under 21s on Arsenal, to be fair. And of course, she doesn't want to talk to me. But, okay, whatever. She could play on my team. Let's go to this pre-match press conference. Murphy set to move on loan. Oh yeah, okay. Go ahead. Watson is sick. I thought I was done with this shit. 'Tis the season, though. Always send them home because they can get the rest of your team sick. Alright, Watson's out, removed from position. Who do we have? Corbin is in. Meehan is wanted on loan. That was part of the agreement I made when I signed her. Jones is over her suspension. And Atkinson is going to go there. And I'm pretty happy with what we're looking at here. They want her at an end of contract thing, maybe? No, she signed for another year. Make an offer, Everton. Jesus Christ. If you want her, make an offer, for fuck's sakes. She's transfer listed. Go ahead and make an offer. Jeez. Alright, I am pretty happy with what's going on the field here, am I? Let's get Roberts on there instead of Blades. Blades is more natural up here, but Blades is not a wonder kid either, so we need just... neither of them seem to have a favored number, so that's fine. So, I'm going to try running at the goalie. And running at the defense, right? So, and then we'll do weaker foot and weaker foot and tight, no, tight marking, yeah, here and here. And address the team. Recent praise justified. Let's do it. Let's kick off, and we'll do that. I think we'll stay on attacking. We're in our red, thankfully. We're at home. This looks like a beginning highlight, which I fucking hate. Oh, that was very dangerous because Corbin's not tall enough. So she has a 130 potential. Very good player, but she's not tall enough. She couldn't stop Doe from getting her head on the ball there. Kitching, our best free kick taker. She's going to go over the wall, but she should play it to Riglar. But she scores a beauty. She scores an absolute beauty. Riglar was totally open though. You put it right here, Riglar can shoot it in the net. She's a defenseman though, she shouldn't take shots. But look at that go around the wall, right into the side. What a goal. What a goal. Went right through Cordellino, taking the ball from her, and she plays it up to the wing. The wings are always open. And Corbin, what the fuck was that? Not on the left side because too slow, Robertson. That was terrible defending by Corbin. That's the second time Doe got like a cross and got something on it, and that time she got it in. Corner highlight. Let's see what happens. Comes all the way out to Cordellino. Puts the ball back into Atkinson, who's going to step in and take a shot, and she can put it in because Atkinson is the super player in this league. What a shot. And they just let her walk in. That was a beautiful pass. She has 5 assists in 2 games already, and we're only 25 minutes into this one. And they just, like, Fleming didn't cover her, didn't go to her to stop her. She just put her arms behind her back so she didn't get a handball or whatever. Great play by Atkinson and a nice pass by Cordellino. Kicks the ball down the field stupidly, and Riglar plays it to... Oh my god. What a... McInnes. What a fucking header. Picked out Priscilla. Riglar put it to McInnes, and McInnes picked out Priscilla with a header. Didn't know McInnes had that in her. Look at this header, though. She saw Priscilla and put it right on her. She brought it down nicely off her chest and then volleyed it into the net. What a play. And we can praise. We've done well on our set pieces, so maybe I'll try for set pieces. That just means you're going to let the ball run in and off the field instead of trying to save it from going out. Doesn't mean you're going to start diving if they touch you or something. Said we would go to first with a win. I wonder if Birmingham played. Are Birmingham not in the FA Cup or whatever? Like, I think I saw them there. Cordellino puts it down. Oh, she would have had another assist if Finn had got that in, but that was a save. We get a corner out of that. So Finn actually hit the net with that. It's pretty impressive. And the goalie had to dive to get it. Cordellino is playing awesome, but she looks like she's having a hard time getting through the game. And I think it's time to bring in the super kid. The highest possible one that I've ever seen. $140 to $170. I didn't go look for every player to see what their stats were, but that $170 if we can get her there, very high. What a bad pass that was. And there was a deflection there. I don't know if that helped or hindered. And Atkinson let that ball just go. Westrup heads it back to the goalie, which is the right thing to do there. And Kitching is not doing well. And Roberts is not doing well. We have blades up more or less so we're in a spot where we can meet that 15 registration thing. That's the only reason she's up here. And Kitching was not doing well. Didn't I bring in someone to play there? I did a loan for someone to play there. I can't remember the name. Not Jones. But I don't want Jones to get pissy. She's dropped her situation part though, so I'm gonna put I just put Jones in. I want to put Dale. Because I don't want Dale to get pissy. And she's decent at passing and can score. That's really all you need there. I know that's not her position, but she has the stats to play there or whatever. That's the defensive side of it that she's going to be terrible at. She's not a crosser necessarily, but this looks like a pass or a shot. She is a striker. That should have gone in, but it was a save. And we get a highlight, which is awesome. We had no one near post. I know I've set it to go near post. I don't understand. Meehan wanted to stay on the bench or something? I don't understand what she's angry for being on the field. She just gave the ball away. That's not a great first highlight. And Corbin, get on Doe. Like, be right the fuck on her, because she's way open at this stage. Oh, it was Dean. Again, went over Corbin's head. This is a problem that I have to fix in the off season, because that's... Oh, and the praise went through after they scored, so we're only one goal up, and there's nothing you should say to your team when you're only one goal up, as you can see right there. Okay, they started with the ball, which means it should be ours, but that doesn't always work when you're dealing with the AI. Oh my fucking god. Like, Riglar misjudged the flight of the ball or some bullshit there. And again, they started with the ball here, and they broke the regular thing already once. Gilmore's chasing her down, but not going to stop her from crossing the ball to Doe, who puts it off the crossbar. And Corbin wasn't even close to her that time. Now we started with the ball, which means we're probably going to lose it. Corbin puts a ball over to Meehan, plays it back to Gilmore, who probably shouldn't shoot. Yeah, I've told them not to shoot the ball because that would be a goal if that was any other player there. Holy fuck. Well, we're still in first place because Birmingham lost a game. But results like that are going to come back and bite us in the ass. Honestly, I didn't notice she was having a bad game. I would have put Pierce out there. That was brutal. Extra long episode today. I want to win a fucking game. We're going to play Charlton. It's not negotiable. No, reject. Don't give me a non-negotiable deal, assholes. She's worth 20k. Welcome to Sunderland, where everyone gets injured. A potential issue with Dale, that's why I put her on the field there. Not going to talk to her about it. Honestly, I put her up for transfer. Priscilla failed to learn anything. She often fails to learn anything. So let's look quickly at this. The players we're going to keep. Priscilla. What does she suggest? No. She's this fucking striker in the middle. She's pretty quick though, so we'll do that. Cordellino. And we're training Ariel. Yeah, for sure. Fucking Ariel. Knocks ball past opponent. Plays 1-2s. It's a wonderful thing for the wingers to train 1-2s. Aisling Meehan. She's got some pace, and we'll do the 1-2s for her as well. It's a really good one for people down the wings because she can play. She's the striker, but she's not my type of striker. She's not tall enough for, like, her jumping reach and heading is okay. Like, her heading's really good if the ball hits, and she can jump a little bit. If the ball hits her in the head, she's gonna put it in the net. Got good heading, good finishing, dribbling. Like, she's really good. So, and like I said, she's the highest potential that we have. Something about Tachonke there. She showed up. I don't like this at all because she's worth 95K. Now her contract's up at the end of the year. But she's such a good defender. Okay, so I'm gonna try and grab her. She's not interested. Fuck off. She's gonna. So that means, like, I won't be able to grab her because she'll be newly signed with a team. And she's like one of the best defensemen you can get because she's, like, you know, on the Wonder Kid list, and she's got the good stuff that you want. She's not quite as good as she was last save when I had her, though. So maybe I'm not that upset, but she would sign with me at the end of the year if we got Cordellino should not be on the under 21s. Did I do that? She's... Oh, well, Scar... We have to play Scar. Okay, yeah, fine. Fuck, whatever. She rejected Madrid. So maybe she will be available. Because if she doesn't sign with someplace. So... then she won't be newly signed. When players are new to a team, they don't want to rock the boat. Having said that, I want to go look at the Wonder Kid list. So there's players that It's a Blue and Airy having all these fucking Wonder Kids on their team. Honestly, she'd be really good, but she's not Meehan good, and she wouldn't come to play for me right now. There was look at all these players. No interest, no interest, no interest. They'll come next year. I've picked up Mia Davies before, but she's not quite what I'm looking for. But she was English and I needed an English player, so I picked her up. Lizelle wasn't interested still. I don't need to... I'm not short on any positions here. I would just be signing players, a bit of a logjam situation, kind of like I have at right wing right now, because I couldn't sell Scar or Dale. You can't sell anyone. Because those lower leagues aren't really in the game. They're there for promotion and demotion purposes and stuff like that. And they for FA Cup, but they don't try to sign your players. Like Roberts, for example, should be on one of those teams, but they're not coming for her, right? They don't show up in the transfer room. And Watson is back. Omanu is the one I picked. So what position... No, we'll take Lamborn off the field, of course. Dell, you're just going to have to deal with it. She's going to poison the locker room. She's going to poison the locker room. It surprises me that more players don't have a preference for their number. Although as you go through like under 6, under 10, under 11, under 12, and you go up, you just get random jerseys. So I guess it makes sense. And people didn't actually like that. There we go. It's better. And there was no tactics suggestions, so let's go here. A couple disappointing collapses recently. We'll go after the wingbacks. It's a very defensive setup they have. Very defensive. I'm going to start doing it on the goalie, see if we ever get a highlight where we make the goalie do something bad. We started with the ball, but all the way from our end, so I don't know. This seems like one where maybe it's ours. Cordellino plays to McInnes, who's playing out wide for some reason instead of in a position to get the ball. And Priscilla puts it in the net. From Cordellino, who has yet another assist. Yeah, McInnes should be right here somewhere. And Cordellino plays a cross in. What a useless fucking just little icons on the screen for those replays. We have none of the ball. Like, Charlton's all over the ball. And what that says to me is that our passes are getting intercepted and shit. So let's go to that. And hopefully that makes a bit of a difference. Oh, highlight. We cross in, we don't have any tall players. We hit it out, but there's no one pressuring them. That would have been an amazing goal, but off the crossbar. Still going though. Suggest they're going to get another shot. Nope. My last formation, the one I played for so many years before that, had much shorter passes, just retain the ball, march up the field with the ball, and it did well. This one has long passes, and we end up in situations where I think the ball's not getting to where it needs to go. And here we started with the ball, it shouldn't be ours. Maybe this is going to be an exception to the rule. We've already had one though. Okay, so here's Atkinson. She doesn't normally make mistakes, and she's going to come in and give the ball away but get it back and take a shot, and she's always going to score from there. What a bad play by their defense. They just let her walk around with the ball in there. Kind of want something to eat. It's late for me here, but I only had a bowl of cereal for dinner, basically. Alright, and here's Atkinson. Fantastic player, but not good enough for the next league. The corner, we get our head on it. Cordellino's going to come up with the ball, and she's just going to run. She's going to run. Priscilla has to get into a position to get the ball. She does, and can she score from a weird angle? She's not even going to try. Plays it to Corbin, who's not supposed to shoot the ball. Corbin. Fuck! Like, there's way better things to do with the ball there. Jesus Christ. We've injured one of their forwards, which is fantastic. Dale is a good free kick taker at least, and she's on the field to take it. And she is a striker, but she hits the crossbar. That's, I mean, when you're going over a wall or whatever, that's going to happen. Kitching might have scored there. She did last time she had a shot at net. Cordellino's not going to make it past at the half, so I don't use up one of my... Oh, fuck, no, she's already breathing hard. Let's bring Scar on. I don't want her getting pissy. She's a good corner taker, so here we go. McInnes gets the ball. We put it back out to Atkinson. McInnes can shoot and score sometimes, but not from there. I don't know how good her long shots are, but she has very good finishing. Cordellino played in the under-21s game and for 60 minutes, and I didn't realize she was doing that. So score off the face-off, maybe? Let's see what happens. Atkinson plays a cross over. Can anyone get on it? No. Roberts, don't even try. Finn, don't even try. Oh, but don't give the fucking ball away. Westrup gets it back. Plays a very like... Finn almost gets the ball. Okay. Let me just say something. There was no players around her. Westrup was over here. Nobody pressuring her. And she headed the ball down the field. Don't do that. If nobody's pressuring you, take it off your, back up. You have time normally to judge the pass of the ball. Take it off your chest, down to your feet. Put it, turn so the ball comes kind of right here. Nobody's pressuring you. Play it with your fucking feet. Don't do what she just did. This goal, if it goes in, is her fault. Because of the stupid decision to head the fucking ball. And it's gonna go in. Yeah, because of course. That was a very poor decision by Westrup out there to head the ball down the field instead of doing what she's supposed to. That's fine. We're pretty good at set pieces. Finn, don't shoot. McInnes can shoot. Roberts, don't shoot. Fuck! That was a cross, though. Fuck. I thought it was... This striker put it in. I thought that was a shot, and she had just wildly missed the net, but it was a cross. Maybe it was a shot that turned into a cross because she missed the net by so much. It kind of looks like a shot, to be honest. And it was wildly missing the net, and Dell just happened to get it. I don't think that was a cross. I don't like potentially coming down and scoring right off the fucking face-off. Okay. Now they're going to get a throw-in, and it must be a highlight for a throw-in. Good defense by Riglar, and she tries to play the ball out. But we intercept a dumb header and freeze the highlight. Does this count as having started with us? I don't know. Riglar pressed on her and it didn't work. Whatever. Yeah, run and get the ball, bitch. They scored on both their shots. I'm going to take Dale off at 60 minutes though. Oh, Scar, get it? Way too far. What the fuck was that? Yeah, put your hands up and clap. Jesus fucking Christ. We've injured their forward. Feels like the second game in a row we've injured a forward. Or maybe we injured them in the first half and I'm not remembering anything. We started with the ball, which suggests we'd lose it, but maybe that counts as the loss. Atkinson stepping in. She could have just probably kept going. Dale is a striker. And she's coming out. She's played enough. She's not a natural there. That's for Kitching. Manu has 16 finishing. But Kitching plays there normally. Finn for... Yeah, okay. Roberts can move to the middle. Atkinson for Jones. And that's everyone. That's, well, Roberts. There's not really a better... I'm not going to take Finn off. Don't have a... I put her out on loan. The player that would normally play there. Green, whatever her name was. So. But that was a great play, and I can praise my team. And Dell had a good shot there. She's not good at crossing the ball. Let's just put that down on paper right now. Jones, you're not supposed to shoot, probably. I've told that position not to shoot. I haven't specifically told her. Yeah, fucking hell. Honestly, this has been enough of a... That's 2 crosses. She's really fucked up. Get off the field. I don't think they can tie the game, but dumber things have happened. But they could score here. We don't have good headers. This may seem dumb, but I'm gonna give this a try, because when you tell them to be on edge of area, they're in here. So when that ball gets headed out, they're not there because they have players standing right here. Where you can see Priscilla and them are... I'm gonna give this a try. I want to try it to see whether we can get the ball when it comes out. I'm going to make that change to the tactic so that next time we see that, I want to see if we can get the ball or compete for it. Beautiful ball to Meehan. She takes it off her chest, and she's going to walk in and not do anything with it. That should have been... Like I've said, if you're right here... Hard shot on the ground. Is that... Maybe it goes in, but goalie's probably going to stick out her leg and try, and it'll go for a corner. And corners are more effective in real life than they are in this game. And we got an injury, and we have no subs. Potential knee injury. Thank you very much. So Jones has to come back. Removed from position. Like, you can't remove her from the position. Yeah, so Dale. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. You still want somebody out wide there, right? Now, is this a highlight, or is it just because we got an injury? It's a highlight. The game's over, like, as soon as they touch the ball. It should fucking be over. Yeah, okay, there we go. Well, I don't like how narrow these games have come, where defensive lapses. I don't have very good defense, though. Like, fuck. Until next year, I'm going to have to put up with this bullshit. I'm going to have to say nice work, everyone, even though we were on our pins at the end of the game there. So we jumped 3 points up on Birmingham. That tie that we had earlier against Durham, or whoever that fucking was, Crystal Palace or whatever. And Pierce played with Charlton before. So alright, so that's probably enough for this episode, even though I still feel like playing. I don't know, could this be an extra long episode? The transfer window closes. We played Portsmouth. What do we got going on in the calendar? I should save some stuff for next week. So we got Portsmouth, Nottingham Forest, FA Cup. Okay, well, here's the thing. Well, I've played 3 matches, so... But next time... Yeah, so I'll play all 3 of these next time, because I don't want to... I normally do 2, right? But if I come back at the FA Cup, people will accuse me of replaying these 2 games, right? So... Because replaying the FA Cup game. We could win a lot of money there. It's the quarterfinals. We've already met our club expectations. They want the 2 rounds. They don't expect us to win an FA Cup match in the game, because the game doesn't recognize the lower leagues are actually there, other than for promotion and blah blah blah, and for the FA Cup. But our team doesn't recognize that the lower leagues exist. There's a lot of stuff like that in the game. Until they add the lower leagues, it's going to be wonky like that. Now, there's always... it's rare in round 3 that a bigger club plays a bigger club. It's normally in round 3 when the other teams come in. They play kind of before that, and you just come in at round 3. And they play in earlier rounds to get to the point where they would play a big team. And so they really only expected us to make that first round because they don't recognize the lower teams are in the league. So we'd end up playing a WSL or WSL2 team. Otherwise, they would ask us to get to the quarterfinals, for example, like this, where we're going to play Chelsea and probably going to lose. Especially how we've been playing recently. Like, we let teams back in games. It's honestly terrible. Like this one, that was fucking insane. Score one, they score one. We score one, they score one. Like, our defense has been abysmal. And I do wonder if I'm letting the left wingers and right wingers off too easily. Like, if we... Honestly, if it's not Roberts, we're pretty quick over there. So you could tight press instead of just put them on a weaker foot, and that would make sure that you were like on them, like tight marking and tight press. And it's only bit me a couple of times by slide tackling them in the box. So maybe we just slide tackle them and just try and take them out of the game. In FM24, that was how you won games, was going hard on every single one of their players, trying to injure them, basically. And every now and then you get a red card or whatever, but it was always worth it because you were knocking opposition players out of the game. And I don't know how effective that is in this engine. I haven't really seen... Because they're still tweaking things, they had stopped with FM24 by the time the best tactics came out, and they were already working on this, and they had stopped playing with FM24's stuff when the best tactics came out. And I'm sure they probably addressed that because some of them were overpowered, like the getting stuck in. I'm still using it, but I don't know if it's as effective as it was in FM24, right? Like, it feels like something they would nerf a little bit because it was so effective in FM24. So, I don't know. Anyways, that's it for me. It is quite late at night, but I want something to eat, so I don't know what I'll do there. I don't really have snacks, do I? Oh yeah, I got some nuts and stuff, but they're not good for you. In any case, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you again soon. I'm feeling pretty good about playing this game. I kind of got tired of Axis and Allies Online. So anyways, I'll talk to you soon.